Hey guys, and welcome to the course. I look forward to being your instructor. Now, this course is going to be packed with information. It's really concise. It's about an hour long, so I want you to go at your own pace. But here's an important part. After some of the lectures, I give action items. I want you to do those as I give them. Don't take the whole course and say, I'll come back later and do the action item. Taking action is a really important part of what we're going to be doing here. So as you learn new things, feel free to take notes if you hear something that you've never heard before. And when I give that action item at the end, stop what you're doing. Don't go to the next course and take action on that item. Now let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome. In this video, I want to talk about what not to do with your Facebook page. Okay, what not to do. The first one that I want to mention is you may have seen websites that offer you the opportunity to get fans, pay for fans. Do not do this. Now it may seem tempting, right? Wow, I can get 5,000 fans for like $200. They'll give me these fans instantly. That sounds amazing. Here's why that's a bad idea. One, there's a great chance that they are not even real accounts, that they're just bots. They're just computers, fake accounts that attach to your account. Obviously, that's not going to do you any good in the future. But two, let's say they're actually real people, that they're international, they're accounts that have agreed or somehow to follow your page. Why is that also not a good idea? Here's why. Because if they don't care anything about your content, once you have those 5,000 fans, after that, are they going to interact with your content? No. They're not going to care anything about your content. So how hard is it going to be to get engagement from future people that you're trying to get to become a part of your page? It's going to be insanely difficult because the way the Facebook algorithm works and sharing, as people like, share, comment, that's how they release the content to more of your fans. So if no one's engaging with your content, especially 5,000 beginner fans that aren't even real or don't care anything about your content, it's just going to be an insane uphill battle for you to grow your page. So don't do that. Number two, growing your page, it is not going to be an overnight success. So don't think that you're going to grow leaps and bounds overnight. It's going to take consistent effort, moving forward with a smart strategy and implementing the things that we talk about in this course for you to grow your page. So don't get frustrated if you are not having instant success. Just keep the course, keep doing what works, pay attention to what's working, and do more of that. The third thing I would say is don't compare yourself with other large pages. Why do I say that? You can really get caught up. One, in general on social media, you can get caught up in watching others and see what you think is success. Let's say there's a page that has 150,000 fans and you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can ever get there. How can I do that? Don't worry about it. Don't get caught up with it. You have no idea, maybe they paid $50,000 to get those fans. Maybe those fans some of them are fake fans. Maybe those fans don't interact with their page or have as much engagement as your 5,000 fans. So you have to look a little bit more closely at that situation if you want to try to compare yourself. My advice is to focus on your game and do your thing and grow your page and get fans that care about you. So those are three things not to do, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next lesson. Hey guys, in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you guys something I did not learn probably until I had like 7,000 Facebook fans. Maybe some of you guys already know this. I didn't know it, and when I found it out, I was like, oh my goodness, epiphany. Here it is. This tip is to take content that you have posted where people interact with it. Here, so here's a pin. Oh, let me take a side note and teach this other thing. I'm sure you know this, but you can take a post and you can pin the post. You can pin it to the top of your page. So if you have something that's popular, so let's say this post, oh, I want to make this popular. Go right here, pin it to the top of your page. That's I'm assuming you probably already know that, but if you don't, that one's free. So this is pinned to the top of our page. I actually just did this a little while ago. It was not pinned. I had a video pinned up here. So the people that are interacting with this, so the shares and the likes, I have the ability to click on it and invite them to like our page. So this person, Billy and Ashley Pierce, interacted. So they liked the post, so did Joseph, but they don't like our page. So I have the ability to send them invites, and there's a certain amount of times you can do this in a day. I don't know what the limitations are. Only Facebook knows, but I don't even think I've ever reached it before. As you can see, I've done this multiple times before, and a lot of people that are interacting already like our page. But you can see just in the short time that I'm speaking with you, I've probably invited, what, 7 or 8, 9 people to like our page. That cost me nothing. So let's say you're doing Facebook advertising to get interactions on your page, and you did that. Well, now you want to be able to go back. You can go back and do this and make that money really count. So not only did you get interactions, maybe likes or comments on something that you paid or didn't pay. Maybe you had something viral like this that gets shared a lot. You can also, so you can also go on the, can you go on the shares? Let me see if you can invite people from here. No, you cannot. So, I can comment if I wanted to, say, oh, thanks for sharing or something like that. So that's a side note, something that you could do, an idea for you. But being able to click these people that have interacted with your page is huge. I've got one more down here that was a pretty good post. So I'll show you again. Let me go down to the post. And this was shared via local, just a post that was shared, and people found it interesting and have shared it themselves. So a lot of people have liked it. So I can do the same thing here. Invite these folks to like our page. So what's the benefit of that? So they see this piece of content and they liked it. That's cool. Maybe they commented, they liked it. But if they come and like our page, I have the potential, not guaranteed, but the potential to put our information in front of them over and over over the time period, over the future, right? So maybe over the next number of years they continue to like our page and they'll get content from us if they choose to confirm my invite and like our page. So that is your tip of the day. Your action item. Take the next 5 minutes, scroll through your page, find a popular post. You can go to any post. It doesn't have to be that it was liked 100 times. It could have 3 likes, and one of those likes could actually be someone that does not like your page. I actually don't know how that works. So obviously the Facebook's algorithm is allowing people that don't currently like your page to see your content. I find that very interesting, and that's a part of the Facebook algorithm. Again, I don't know the secret sauce there, but that doesn't matter. The point is that I'm looking to capitalize on that and invite people to do that. So your action item is take 5 minutes, search your posts, find people, and here, I'll show you one. So so nobody liked that. Nobody liked that. Let me see if I can find one that has a few people. One share. It's another side note is that not all your posts are going to be, the most popular. So I just want you to know that. Here's 3 people. All these people may like our page. Okay, they do. But if they didn't, I would invite one. If there was one that didn't like the page, I would invite them. In fact, it looks like I just invited this person. See how it says invited here? So that's your action item. Take 5 minutes, go through your post, invite some people to like your page. Look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Hey guys, hello. In this lesson, I want to talk to you about the importance of this call to action button right here on your Facebook page. By default, I believe it's just send a message. Here's another page that I own. So if you're the admin, you'll get this drop down here with these different things you can do. Delete the button, I wouldn't recommend that. In my opinion, this is one of the most important things on your page. As someone comes to your page, it's a giant call to action for your page. So on my page, the Mobile Rundown, the most important thing for us is to get people to sign up for our email list. And let me talk to you about that real quick for a moment. The reason why this is important to us is, at the end of the day, we don't own Facebook, the platform, right? So at the end of the day, if I can get people to sign up for our list, we send out a weekly newsletter with top events that are going on in our city. If I can get folks to sign up for this, then I can even point them back to Facebook in the future. I can continue to market to them, as then they would be on our email list. So in my opinion, that's an important step to take. So for our business, it's important to get them to sign up for our newsletter. I'll show you this test button. For us, it's very simplistic. I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing it the way that we do it. So this goes straight to sign up for the rundown. And this is a sign up form from MailChimp.com. I can go ahead and just go to that website to show you if you've never heard of MailChimp. It is one example of a email platform to send automated emails. There's a number of businesses like these. There's Aweber, Constant Contact, ConvertKit. There's a handful of others that I've looked into. This is the one that we currently use. I don't necessarily, I don't have a specific, I don't get paid from this company or anything like that, but we've used it for a number of years and we are pleased with the company and we like it. So it is a good company. Now, depending on, you have to think of your audience. Would it make sense to go straight to just a sign up form where they're going to put in their information? For us, it does, because they've probably heard of the Mobile Rundown, and so if they go here, they're following our Facebook page. So the first time they visit our page, they may not sign up, but when they're ready to sign up to get that email, it's a message that we put out constantly. Hey, we send out this newsletter. We send out this newsletter. They're ready, so therefore they could go straight to this. You may want to click, sign up, may want to go to a landing page that gives them more information, maybe about why they should sign up, about what they'll get from you, etc. Now, if you haven't done this before, you can edit the button. Have a look at the other items that you can do with this button. So you could get someone to book now. That's amazing. What if you're, you do interior design or something like that? Hey, book an appointment with me now. It could be anything. Book now. So these are the different ways to contact. Obviously, we have the sign up button, but have a look at these. You may want someone to watch a video. That's pretty amazing. So these are pretty amazing call to actions, and so that's something definitely that you want to do. It depends on your type of business, right? So think through what your business is. I know whoever's watching this, you're going to be in all different types of fields. Think what the appropriate call to action is. Now, not necessarily to make a purchase, but the next call to action that you want someone to take. Maybe it's it's getting more information about what you do, or about your cause, or about whatever it is that your page is about. So highly recommend that. Again, obviously, don't forget you don't own Facebook. So Facebook's a huge platform. It's not going anywhere, but you're not in charge of, maybe in the future it costs $1,000 a year to own a Facebook page. I have no idea. I'm not Facebook. So if that were to happen, well, if you get people to take action and you now attain them as a customer, that is something that you have. So what I want you to do now, take 5 minutes. This will not take long. Take 5 minutes. Have a look at your button that you have, your call to action button, and set it up for the most appropriate thing for your business. If you have to point it somewhere and you don't have that set up yet, like the video to point people to, go ahead and set aside time right now to take care of that. So take 5 minutes. Hopefully you can take those 5 minutes and just have people pointed in the best direction possible. And yeah, look forward to teaching this lesson, and I want you to take action. Let me know that you did so. Hey guys, welcome. In this lesson, I want to talk to you about the different ways to point people to your channel and how you can get them to your Facebook page. The first one may be obvious. You've probably already done this. Go out and invite your network to like your page, your friends, your family, and folks in your network. That one's probably a no-brainer. I'm sure you've already done that if you're taking this course, but sometimes we overlook the obvious, which leads me to my second one, which is add your Facebook page link to your online profiles. You're probably have profiles at a number of different online sites that actually allow you to add your profile links. For example, in Udemy, in this, if you are a teacher, you're teaching a course, you have an online public profile, for example, that's a place that you can put your Facebook page. You may be a part of a number of other online profiles where you can do the same thing. My third one that's often forgotten, your email signature. Be sure to include a link in your email signature. And there's plenty of resources of how to do it. You can have the text say a certain message and have a clickable link that goes to your page. So if you don't know how to do that, you can look that up. I'd also be happy to help you and provide a resource for that if you can't figure that out or don't know how. And the last is probably the most important one. It's to actually ask, so verbally, maybe via message, ask your friends and family to share your posts. Here's the reason why. Sprout Social says that people are 16 times more likely to see your post if it's shared by a person rather than the page. So you as a page, you share your content. When your family or friends or anyone, for that matter, likes and shares that content to their page, it opens up the algorithm for more people to see the content. And that makes common sense, right? If a business or a page is putting out something, but then people find it valuable and share it, Facebook, the computers, say, wow, this is really valuable content. We need to let more people see this. So that's a really powerful way, and I actually fail to do that, I feel like often, is to, when I've got something big coming out, to ask specific people. And maybe it's you build your own little tribe of people that are willing to share your stuff. And it doesn't have to be all the time, but maybe when you have some important posts coming out, or you say, hey, as you see some good content that you jive with, that you really like, do me a favor and share it if you would, to your page. So those are 4 easy, quick ways that you can help point people to your page and get more interaction. Look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Hey guys, welcome. In this lesson, I want to talk to you about the importance of using Facebook as your page, about liking other pages as your page. So this is all going to be about interacting with other businesses and organizations and people as your page. First one's pretty simple. So I'm on this page that I like called Positive Press. So I can make a comment here, right? I'm sure you probably know this, but if you don't, so go here, up at this little spot right here, and you can choose your business page that you want to interact and make a comment as. So why would you want to do that? Now, one, let me preface and say this. Leave quality comments and remarks, not random spam, things that are related to the topic and things you're actually interested in, first of all. Now, obviously you want to do that because if these pages that you're following are similar around your topic, then the people that are also following those pages would probably be interested in finding out, hey, who is this Mobile Rundown? What's that about? Maybe they'll come over to your page and check you out. Okay, so that's reason number one. Now, how do you do this? How do you like pages of other businesses as your page? So you may want to like this personally. So I'm gonna go over to here. This is Old Shell Market. This is a page that's a local store in our community. You may want to just like the page. That's you personally. That's me, Brooks Conkle, liking the page. What I really want to do is come over here, click this 3 dot here, and I want to like it as my page. So I want to select what page. I want to like it as the Mobile Rundown. So now this is my business page liking their page. Now it's been added to my favorites. Huge thing. That's huge for your brand, to like pages that are in your field and in your wheelhouse that you can do. So that leads me to step 3, which is how to view your page's feed. So all the pages that you've liked, and I think you need to be very strategic about this, what pages to like. Over time, we've liked a lot of pages in our area, in our city, because our focus is inside of our community, our local community. Yours may be different. You may be focused on a certain niche that's nationwide or even global. So it depends on what your niche is. But for me, it's local. Okay, so you go to your page's homepage. This is the desktop version. Okay, so use the desktop version of Facebook. Go down to the right side, the column over here, and this little section right here, see pages feed, post from pages you've liked as your page. When you click that, So this is an activity that you can do over time. When you do that, one, you'll see all the pages that are liked as my page. Here's an oyster company. Here's some shops. Here's a group making Mobile better, which that's actually kind of interesting. I need to check out what that is. All right, so here's the feed right here. So you can scroll. I just like this page. So here's a post by them. And you'll see that it's automatically set up to comment as my page. Here's Cheese Cottage. This is a new company that that just launched. So Courage and Whey, try these fresh goat cheese. Love goat cheese. So you can scroll through and interact with businesses. Now that's important. Why is that important? Here's a local. So do it, girls. Do it, girls. Now, why is this important? So you're going through and you're interacting with your business business pages. One, those businesses may be potential customers of you. In our case, we have advertising, and we actually want businesses to connect with us. The second reason, again, to reiterate, is their followers may see your comment and mosey on over to your page and become your follower. So that's the reason why you want to do that. So here is your action item for the day. The action item is to go to your page, go visit, find 10 pages. How about this? Find 10 pages to like as your page. Then go back and view the feed, your page's feed, and interact with some of those pages as needed. So this may take you 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but that's your action item for the day. And look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. All right, hey guys, in this lesson, I want to talk to you about the importance of tagging other pages and individuals in your posts strategically. So, we make content. You can see me in this goofy hat here. It's an interview that I did. So, I just want to get down to it and let me show you this. So, it takes time to make a strategic post where you tag these people. It takes time. But it's very important because they'll get notified when you do that. When you make that post and tag them, they get notified. Now, we don't just tag anyone. Don't just tag anyone in your post. Everyone in this post was specifically had a part of this video. So all of these people are mentioned in this video. This is the person that created the video. This is the organization that we're talking about. This is the person that I'm talking to. And this is the event that we're talking about in this video. It takes time, again, to tag all of those correctly. But by doing so, you will compound exponentially the number of views and people that see this video. So what happens is more people will share it because of that. Hey, Fuse Project, as you can see, shared the video. Let's see if we can go ahead and click and look at them. Let's see. So they weren't tagged, but they shared the video. I shared the video. This organization that created it shared the video. The organization we were talking to shared the video. So because of tagging people, you increase your opportunity to do that. And tagging the folks in it, you may make them feel special. Maybe it's a small organization and they're proud to be tagged in your video or in your content. So I'll give you another example here. Here is a summer guide that we put out, the Mobile Rundown. This page created a guide. So in this post, which took a long time to create, we mention all of the places that you can pick up the guide. So we literally tagged every business that had a Facebook page where you can get a copy of this guide. And because of that, 18 shares. A lot of those shares would be some of the people that got tagged, of course other people as well. You know, this person saying, hey, can I get some at my church? So think strategically about your posts. It takes you longer to do that, to coordinate your posts and put them together. But like I literally, for this video here, I literally sat down, watched the video for 15 minutes on a sheet of paper, made note of who I was going to tag in that video. It took an extra, obviously, 15 minutes. I had to watch the video anyway to confirm it, but it's a part of my task for that. So, you can tag a lot of businesses. Sometimes it's funny. It's hard to tag them, hard to find them. You'll know what I mean. Use the @ symbol when you go to tag them. @ symbol being that to find the page. When you're editing your post, when you're creating your post, I think that if you are following that page as your page, it's easier for them to pop up. Sometimes it doesn't work 100% correct. If you've tried to do this before, you know what I'm talking about. There's mistakes and issues sometimes. But in another video, I'm going to show you how to follow pages as your page and why that's also an important thing to do. So your action item is to take 5 minutes, create a post. You can schedule the post if you want to. You don't have to make it live. But be sure to think about who is this impacting and who is it touching? Who can I tag in this post? And do that. Do that for this post. So cool. Look forward to teaching you guys the next lesson, and talk to you soon. Hey guys, welcome back. In this lesson, I want to talk about your focus. It's very easy to spread yourself too thin. So in this case, I'm not just talking about Facebook. Think about the social media platforms that exist. You have Facebook, not only your page, but groups. So now you're looking at multiple items to control and keep up with just on one platform of Facebook. You have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have YouTube, you have Pinterest. Those are just the biggest. Now, a mistake that I see is businesses, and maybe a smaller business, a small organization, trying to run and operate on all of those platforms. Unless you have the manpower to keep all of that up, in my opinion, it's a bad idea. I think you should focus on less. In my opinion, less is more. Just think about it. Less is more. Have you ever been, here's a great example for you. Have you ever been to a page where it looked abandoned and you hadn't seen a post for 6 months? What was your opinion of that page? My opinion is, oh wow, these guys don't keep up with anything. This is bad. This is very bad. I think it's best to not have any activity on a platform whatsoever if you're not going to keep it updated and constant. It would be better to delete that profile if you don't plan to keep it updated. Now, what should you do? You can run a business literally on one platform. There are businesses that are growing what they need to do literally on one social media channel. It could be Instagram only. It could be Facebook only. It could be a YouTube platform, video platform only. So what I would say to do would be to pick between 1 and 3 of these social media platforms and own those channels. Find where your customers or your people are going to be hanging out and use those channels. It's okay if it's one channel. Don't compare yourself to other companies or organizations. If it's 1 to 3 channels, I think that's the sweet spot. I think it's a manageable thing. And I think that's doable. So the tip in this lesson is don't spread yourself too thin and be sure that you focus. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back. In today's episode lesson, I want to talk to you about running a successful Facebook competition and some tips for that. The main tip I want you to get out that may be new for you is a little tricky thing you can do that gets more likes, shares, but does not go against the terms of service of Facebook. So let me start with the simple things and then I'll get to that. So here's a contest that we're running right now on our Facebook page. As you can see, the first thing we did is we pinned the post. What does that do? When folks come to our page, it'll be the first post that they see. Instead of getting lost down in our news feed further down the page, it's up here on the top. It's a basic tip, but it's one that's often overlooked. It's a good one. So here's the second thing. We have the bulk of the information listed above the fold. So no one has to click see more to understand what to do. To me, that's important. If you're writing something long, yeah, you want people to read the rest of what you have to say. I don't even have to click this to show you. You want people to know what to do right here. Okay. 3, give something of value. This is Again, probably really basic. Make sure you're giving something that people want. So what we're giving is something local in our city. It's tickets to a local baseball team, baseball game. So it's a fun family thing for a family of 4 to do, and they have a parking pass, so it costs them no money. It's a great deal. It's a win-win. And number 4. So here's the tip I want to show you. So you can see what people have to do to enter. They have to like our post. That helps it get expanded and go not viral, but you could say viral. Comment and tag who you'd like to take with you. That's what they have to do. Number 3, but not labeled number 3, share the post. So between you and me, you and I, sharing is actually not something they have to do to enter the contest. So that's actually against the terms of service. Apparently for Facebook running a contest, you cannot ask someone to share. The last I checked, the terms of service, you can't ask them to share as one of your rules for your contest. But we don't ask them as one of our rules. You only have to do these 2 things to win. But if you scroll down here, you'll see that we have 59 shares. What does that mean? It means that everyone likes, they tag someone that they want to take, and then they share it. So they do those things, which helps us get a lot of traction on our contest. So you can see this one, we reached over 4,000 people have seen this. So those are the most simple tips I can give you for running a successful Facebook campaign, as well as not breaking the terms of service for Facebook while still getting folks to share that contest. All right, thanks for sticking around. Look forward to teaching you another lesson. Hey guys, in today's lesson, I want to talk to you about the importance of creating your own Facebook group. This wasn't always the case. So for 4 or 5 years, I guess, I didn't have a Facebook group. And then what's happened is, as the platform has grown, as Facebook's grown, there's over 1 billion people on Facebook. It's harder and harder to reach the people that follow your page with your content, just because there's so much of it. So I would say in this year it's become really, really huge. Creating a group is in essence a community around a certain topic. So I would argue that every person that has a page could find a group that they could create that relates to their page. And what this does is it gives your community a voice. They're able to make their own post if you allow them. And you'll see in the group settings is something that you can do. But I would argue that it's definitely something to do. Is it gives its own community within your community, and you can attach it to your Facebook page. So first of all, it's important to create it. Okay, let me show you how to do so. So here I am on my home page, and if I go here to groups, you'll see up here I can create a group. This does not take long to do. It's a very easy process. So I will be telling you to do it at the end of this video. Okay, so that's the process for where you go to create the group. Now I can show you the group that we have that relates to the mobile rundown. You can see here this is what it does. It gives people the ability to share their content on our page, where they cannot share their events or their content on our Facebook page. They can do it in our group, because that's what I want them to do. And then people are sharing this content. Here's another thing too. In groups, people get, and you probably know this if you're a part of groups, people get notified on group activity. Okay, so think about the groups that you're in and how that affects you, and think if you have your group for your page, how that happens, how important that is. Alright, so you can see on our group here that the group is created by the mobile rundown. So that's our page. Now here's the interesting thing. The group can be a public group in a location. So in my sense, it's around my city, my area. So people can find our group before they even know about our brand, before they even know about the mobile rundown. Why is this important? Well, they can come to the group, they can interact, then they can find out, oh, okay, the mobile rundown runs this. Who is the mobile rundown? Then they can go and check out the mobile rundown. So Not only is a group a good way to allow your fans to have a voice and talk about a certain topic and whatnot, it also gives them the ability to find your page that you want them to find in the first place at no cost. It's another avenue within Facebook for them to be able to find you. So here's your action item. It is extremely easy to create a Facebook group. You can attach it to your page, okay? Extremely easy. So what I want you to do is go to your home page right now. Go to groups. You don't have to have the page perfected at the time, but go ahead and create your group. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Alright, in this lesson, I want to show you the importance of insights. Now, I'm going to say a few things before I go and kind of dive in with you there. I think that you can make two mistakes. One is by getting too caught up in insights, and the other is by not looking at it at all. And the growth of our page, the Mobile Rundown, which now has 12,000 something fans, I've been in between. Sometimes I forget to look at insights, and then other times I have dived in too deep. I would say a smart thing for you to do is possibly look at it weekly. Make a weekly time. If you're actively engaging to grow your page, set a weekly time where you can go in and just have a look at the things that are important to you and your page. There's a lot in there. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick 3 things to show you, and the reason why is because you can get caught up in everything that's there. Okay? So if you look on the left side of the page, here's all the things that you can gain insights about. There may be some things that are more important for you and your specific business or page or organization, but I want to show you 3 specific ones, and I think that you'll agree that they're important for you as well. So first of all, I like this overview here, this page. It just gives you an idea of what's going on. You can see how many people you're reaching, how many additional page likes you've had. There is one adjustment I would tell you to make. If you look up here, you can see this is for the last week. I would recommend looking at it for the last month, because if you don't have a huge page, you may get a little discouraged if you're not getting a lot of activity. So at least you can rewind back the last almost month and have a look at it and decide there, have a look at the data from there. So that's what I would do. So that's the first section I would recommend you look at, and it goes, obviously, as you can see, it goes from everything from post engagements, videos, page followers. So the overview is a good one. The next one, if you look on this list here, I'm going to skip all the way down to post, and I'll go there and I'll tell you why. I always love this data. So let me explain this one to you. So data shown is for a 1-week period. Okay. Here's what this shows. This shows the times that your fans are on Facebook. Okay. Which means what? If you want to make a post and potentially touch your fans and it hit their news feed, you might want to time it here. So for example, you can see mine gain steadily throughout the day, and the peak of activity for my fans is at 9 p.m. at night. So if I'm being smart, what should I do? I should schedule post to come out in the evening time, even if it may seem counterintuitive, and I should do it in the day or in the morning or at a lunch break. My fans, the bulk of them are on later at night, and I can look up here for the day, and it even gives you the per day data, how that shifts, how that changes. So Thursday looks like I have the most fans, and Saturday. Now everything's really close, so for me I wouldn't say this is a big deal, but look at your data. It may be that you have certain days that are significantly higher. Post on those days for your fans. Here's the second part of the post section that I want you to see, is down here. You can see the posts that have gone out, everything that's published, and see how it's done. You can see the reach, you can see the engagement on all of the posts. Now why is this important? Maybe you already knew the engagement on some of your posts, but you come here specifically to see what type of posts are doing really well, so that you can do what? So you can go back and create more posts like those. So for example, Here's some big news in our just in our town. It went over really well. Okay, there's a lot of reach, a lot of engagement. A number of people shared it, have seen it from that. Right below it, here's a contest, reached over 5,000 people. It's still actually active right now, so this is probably going to change. So we know, hey, contests work well. Let's do more contests. But you can go through and look at the types of content. You keep going down, and it goes back, and it goes back, and it goes back. So you can see the different types of content that is really, really important and engaging, and how that affects your future content. All right, so here's the last one that I'm going to go to. People. Now, why is this important? This is really important because it shows the makeup of your fans, which I find really, really cool. I can see that 73% of my fans are women for this page. And also, the bulk of them, look at here, I've got an age range. An age range, almost half of our fans are women, ages 25 to 44. This is really important information. You can use this however you want. Maybe it's to craft posts that help them. You know, that target those. Maybe it's to, hey, let's attract more of these people because they like our content. You can use that information in a number of ways. But go ahead. Here's your action item. Review. Start with the 3 that I mentioned. That is the overview, the post, and people. Have a look at those right now. Spend 5 minutes and look at those for your page, especially if you've never done that. If you want to and you're feeling risky, go ahead and have a look at all of them, and look at the ones that are most important for you. But I found that for our page, those are the most important sections in Insights. So thanks for watching. Look forward to teaching you the next lesson. Hey guys, welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the best types of posts to create on your page. So we're going to be comparing text versus pictures versus videos. The first, let's talk about text. I could say text is dead. It's not dead, but ask yourself this: what do you prefer to see when you're scrolling your Facebook page? What is your favorite type of content? Do you like to see someone that says, I ate lunch today? Or would you prefer someone that says, check out this meal I just ordered, and there's a picture? You probably see the picture first, and then if you're interested, you then read the text that goes along with it. So just ask yourself that reality. Text has a very small interactive rate on Facebook. So pictures and video definitely get the most engagement. Video is growing very quickly to be the most interactive and the best type of content to post. That doesn't mean don't post pictures. Definitely post your images. But if you can get to the point where you're posting more video, you want to do that because it gets more watch time. Maybe it gets less, likes and comments, but watch time and spending time on that platform is something that's very important to Facebook. So begin to expand your video creation. Here's another tip people do all the time. They post content outside of Facebook that links away. Limit your doing this if you can. Think about it from Facebook's standpoint. They want to keep people on their platform. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a party and you have people over. Everyone's hanging out, they're having a good time, and then someone at the party's like, hey, there's this other cool party down the street. We should go to that party. And a certain number of people leave, and they never come back to the original party. That's in essence what you're asking people to do if you link people away from Facebook. The biggest example in video would be YouTube. So if you have a video and you link away to YouTube, Facebook is not going to allow that video to be watched by as many people. So I would recommend uploading that video also to Facebook. Even if you have a YouTube following and you want to grow that channel, I would recommend uploading the video natively to Facebook and having folks watch it there. And Facebook will allow a lot more interaction. Something cool there too is that they allow you to think of all the people that you can tag in that video, and we talked about that in another lesson. So there's a lot more interaction that you can include on Facebook by doing that. So be sure to do that. So to recap, text, use the least. Pictures and videos definitely is what you want to be focused on, and try to lean towards video if you have the ability to create. If you don't have the ability to do tons of it, at least make it a goal to create more video content. Thanks. Alright guys, welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the item that people don't necessarily love to talk about. It's paying for advertising. Now, I'm going to say this. The old days of Facebook are over. The old days of you can just put out a post and everyone sees it and you get tons of engagement, tons of new fans. I mean, it's just a reality. Those days are over. Here's the reason why. The platform is a lot busier now. So every business, every organization, every individual that's running some kind of operation has a Facebook page now that are putting out content that they want people to see. There's not enough room in a news feed, and Facebook also is very clear about the fact that they want people to see content that matters to them. Most of that being from friends and family that you want to catch up with and connect with, not from businesses and organizations. Does that mean you can't grow your page without advertising? Absolutely not. You can definitely grow your page without running any ads whatsoever if you would like. But I think you should be prepared that you need to pay to play. It's just a part of the reality of the new Facebook world that we're living in. It really boils down to the amount of money that you want to spend versus the amount of time that you want to spend. So you can spend your time crafting incredible content and creating strategies to get the content in front of people and spending hours and churn out great content and grow your page that way. Absolutely. Well, if you have a budget but not as much time, you can spend the money to help amplify the effort that you do put in to your page of the content that you do have time to put out that's great content. Either way, you need to put out great content that people want to see, that they enjoy. But if you have a budget and you want to spend money, yes, you can grow your page faster. So it's not a bad thing. Some people say it's ridiculous to pay money to grow a page. It's a platform like any other. It's a business, and it's how this business makes money. So it's not an evil thing to pay for advertising, but you don't have to. But it's absolutely, in today's world, an absolute thing that's perfectly fine to do if you're looking to grow your page at a faster rate. Thanks for joining us for this lesson. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to give you a little bonus tip here. I have long since had the theory that small businesses can use a Facebook page as their website. Now, you don't own the platform of Facebook, but it's huge. There's over 1 billion people on it already. Why not use it as your website? And why do I say that? All right, I know you're thinking, but you have to have a website. You do need a website, don't get me wrong. But if you are on a budget, Facebook page can be a great website. Let me give you an example. I own the domain name, that's a separate conversation, themobilerundown.com. I could forward that domain name to my Facebook page. Simple. People could come here and find out information about me. You can even edit. So if you go to your page, you can edit. Click right below your banner image, edit page info. I literally have everything. Now, I'm an entertainment website, but let's say you're a local store. You could put your phone number, right? If you have hours, you can put your physical location here. Let's drag down. If you have hours, you can tell us when you're open. There is now, this is fairly new, this is 2018, but this is fairly new, that this page over here, an About Us type page with your story, with an image and who you are and what your story is. I'll show it to you. Here it is. Here's your story. You have the ability to write that. That is, in essence, an About Us page, which is what the majority of website owners are using their websites for, is more simple information. Hey, what are our hours? Where are we located? About us. Here's our services. And then typically from websites, people try to point people to their social media pages so that they can see what's going on in the current world. Well, you can do 2 for 1 with a with a Facebook page. So that's just some food for thought for you, just something to think about. If you were a tiny business with a very small budget, why not spend 15 bucks a year, that's what a domain costs, give or take, and forward that domain to your Facebook page. Just an idea for you. Thanks. Hey guys, thanks for joining me in the course. I hope you had just as much fun as I did. And thanks for not just thinking outside the box, but destroying the box, which is a tagline that I love to use, and I think it's the way that we should live. So join me over on YouTube. I've got a lot more marketing videos, online business videos, and other box destruction ideas. You can just look up my name, Brooks Conkle, or you can just go over to my profile and click the link there. And I look forward to connecting with you and keep in touch in the future. Now get out there and grow that Facebook page like a boss.